Yeah. So in the Zen tradition, they were talking about Zazen, which meant just sitting. And it was made clear by the masters that if you are sitting with an agenda in order to attain something, or in order to attain enlightenment or anything, to change something, you are wasting your time. They were saying we sit Zazen. Zazen meaning just sitting practice, not to attain enlightenment, but to experience our true nature that is already here. So let's try this approach. So sitting here, putting on pause the best we can, seeking, pursuing, anticipating, processing anything, and just simply be, arrive. It's fine to eat if you're eating. Just allowing ourselves to just arrive and be, doing nothing special, just aware. Notice how the mind is uncomfortable with that, shooting bubbles of think about this or that. Just noticing and accepting this state of affairs. There's thinking arising from time to time. Noticing how it arises and it dies down. And resting back in just being here. Aware of the totality of this moment without trying to change it. And not going into thinking, into analyzing, figuring things out. This is more thinking, more mind. Try to get used to experiencing yourself as this presence, as this aware presence, as opposed to the voice talking. And notice how the body breathes by itself. There's the sound of the body, the felt sense of the body. It's sustained, maintained by the absolute that created the body and created the intelligence for us to understand each other. And noticing how they are, whatever is it we have here now. Our life is moment by moment, this experience of random voices, thoughts, colors, sounds, and sensations in the body, or feelings. So what does Zen master say? Can we let everything be as it is? Whatever energies, feelings we have from the day, welcome them completely. And allowing ourselves to let go, trying to manage your life now. Let go, trying to control, to manage any feeling, to improve. Just see whatever arises as you hear these words. Whatever is arising, be the witnessing of it. So Zazen is actually not continuing to be busy, just rest in the now. And we may notice that there is this isness, this aware being, peace. It's already as the base, the home of what we are. Of course, at the beginning, we have to go through this obstacle of being so much used in the mind, the thinking monkey mind, from one memory to another, one voice to another. That's natural at the beginning, and for some time to be monkeying around in the head, in the thinking. It creates a whole veil to reality. Some kind of, we are jaded, not seeing the colors because of the thinking, unnecessary thinking. So welcoming the three realms. What can be perceived can only be one of these things: thoughts, bodily sensations, and sounds. So just three things. See how they come and go by themselves. If anything is unpleasant, it's a sensation. Fully let it be unpleasant. If there's any sadness, let it be. Let it do whatever it needs to do. Coming back over and over to home of now, the fact of being aware now, just staying with the now, free from thinking. It's okay to open your eyes, to look in your room or outside, and still no doing. We're all going to die. There's nowhere to arrive. Can we rest another 5 minutes here together? Fully accepting our experience, whatever it is, peaceful or agitated. Can we welcome fully and stay awake? Yeah, and you can ask yourself the question, and not whatever the mind will say. No, it will be a thought. That's whatever, anything will come up. It's a thought. So that's definitely not the answer, but just witness whatever comes. Ask yourself the question and try to check, not just go to memory bank, theories and books. Asking the question, what is aware right now? Can you find that right now that is aware, perceiving these words, seeing, witnessing the breathing? Not to come with a name, to have a new name, but just to become aware of this. There is, we call it spirit or life, Tao. It's aware, it's awareing right now. And that it's not a thought, it's not a thought. It is aware of thoughts, but it is not a thought, it's not a feeling, it's not a sound, it hears sounds. It is the most, is that through which we are experiencing. It's that through which we have thoughts and sounds, and we can be aware of sadness or sense our love. So meditation, true meditation is for that to be allowed to breathe, this presence. The word presence is just the word pointing to that. True meditation is allowing this presence, this aware background, to be less busy, to acknowledge itself. The I am, becoming aware of I am. And be less focused. The attention is withdrawn from feelings, thoughts, planning, to just knowing. We are so used to identifying with the thinking, with the story of the past and the future. But all of that, it's like a play of this presence. It's like a movie projecting. And the problem is that we are missing on the creator, that which creates this movie, and that which perceives this movie, the aware being. So the great masters, the sages, they were pointing that the recipe for happiness, fulfillment in Buddhist, in Hindu, Zen, this non-duality traditions, is to become aware of the unchanging presence and allow it to recognize itself more and more, and it will decant itself from conflicts and wantings and deficiency stories, and like first becoming aware of the easiness of things, which is the most, they say it's the most elusive of all things, yet it is the most present of all things. And when people have glimpses, or they call it satoris in Japanese and Zen, glimpses of our own being, people have this like, oh wow, it was here all along. Oh my God. I was looking for myself and I was here all along, this silent, aware being. So the way to go is more like to be interested, not so much to practice something. We can't practice our self, practice our being. So being interested and really interested, this will bring us to the right practices and the right people. Interested in who am I? What is the essence of myself? Being interested and following that interest. And during the day, somehow to pause, and because if we are busy with the content all the time, there's no time to be interested. So pause. How is it in the Quran, in the Islam, they will have 5 prayers, I believe, 6 prayers a day, I forgot, but the call to prayer 6 times. I apologize for the Muslims that I don't know how many times, but that's awesome. So a few times, 5, 6, 10 times to stop and be. And bring awareness to whatever is happening and short circuit a little bit the monkey conveyor belt.